Coming to you a little bit early today to talk to you about how I got started with two-step marketing, how and why I had this interest, this fascination with direct response marketing. And when in 1978 I opened a magazine, it said, I have the ad in my closet over there. Ohio man discovers seven-step system to escape the great American rat race. And it told how he filled out these little forms from his RV vehicle. And he had all of this money come in, like $70,000. I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to find out about what these forms are because I could use money, right? I was just fascinated with it. So I ordered the book by Ben Suarez called Seven Steps to Financial Freedom. I actually have the book in my closet. Also, I publish it sometimes in ads. It was an old blue book with press on type because it was 1978. Told about a guy named Gary Halbert, and I never dreamed I'd be able to study or meet the guy or anything. But then years after that, 1981 or two, I got this thing in the mail from Jay Abraham, and it was like, and part of it included the stuff from Gary Halbert. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to order this. It's $500. I ordered it. I didn't even think about it. I just ordered it in a split second, right? And it's a little bit ironic because today a lot of people stress out to spend $20. Is it going to change my life? I spent 500 like that because I knew that this guy, Gary Halbert, had something, and Jay Abraham sounded incredible too. And that was the beginning of changing my life. And, you know, you struggle with when you get started in marketing, there's so many people with different things and opinions, and you don't particularly know what to do. And most everything you do doesn't work, and you don't know who to believe. I mean, you have to get hosting, you have to get email, you have to do things, right? And but I learned about this thing, number one, from Jay and Gary. I learned about writing sales letters, right? Good morning, Fatis. How are you? I learned about writing sales letters, right? And by the way, before I get into this, I have an event tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's Try Before You Buy. You can attend free. You pay, your charge will go through the next day if you don't cancel. At the end of the event, I'll tell you how to cancel if you don't want to pay. It's on two-step marketing. I think it's going to be a great event. I also am selling just 11 spots, very inexpensive, for like, I don't know, 12 or 13 bucks. For which is normally $37 for fastest way to cash, and then it goes back in the vault. And that URL is it's a long URL. It's resellertoolkit.com / it's a weird URL 013 - new. Anyway, that's all my promos for today. So let's get back on topic here. So I read about writing and what I learned from Jay began to change. I learned about unique selling proposition, lifetime worth of a customer, concentric circles, the moving parade, a lot of concepts about marketing. But I still couldn't write the sales letters until I discovered Bob Serling's formula to write a sales letter. But what Jay taught me was this concept of you had the front end and the back end. So the front end was the initial thing that brought people into you. That can be something free or it can be something paid. And then the back end is what you sell them after that. So I came up with this idea after I learned to write sales copy from Bob Serling. He had a 16-step formula. He's the first person, as far as I know, to teach a formula for writing sales copy other than attention, interest, desire, action, a problem, agitate, solve. So I had started writing some sales letters, but they weren't working until I discovered that Bob Serling formula. It really changed everything. And I came up with this idea. I was going to sell a $67 product on the front end because it was above $50. You'd bring in better customers if you sold above $50, which is true, I believe. Then the back end was going to be $500. And I launched that, and it just worked like crazy. I sold a crap load of the $500 products. I sold the daylights out of the $67 product. And as they say, the rest is really history. Well, since then, I've learned a heck of a lot about two-step marketing. There's a lot of variations, a lot of nuances, a lot of really fascinating things to know. That's what I'll be teaching tonight. But I want to share with you three steps to your own two-step marketing. 3 steps to 2 steps, right? So that you can try this out and you can see that it works. You can get like an immediate result with it. The very first thing I want you to do is to go to YouTube and find a video on your topic of interest. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, you're interested in, the topic you want to sell products on. I want you to find a great YouTube video. I want you to copy the URL and also what's called the embed code. When you click share, it'll give you some embed code. Step number 2, I want you to put up a page on Wix or on your blog or whatever you've got. You could even do this in Google Docs, right? And put a screen cap, a little image of that YouTube video there, or you can just use the link and be like, here's your video. Or if Google Docs lets you, you can put in the embed code and it'll show the whole video in the doc. I know you can do that in Wix. I know you can do that on a blog in WordPress, right? Now, be sure that you're choosing a video with just a great hook. You can usually tell by how many views the video has, right? It'll have a crap load of views, and the title will be something just freaking grabs you, right? Now, what I want you to go is do step number 3 is go to Facebook and just be like, hey, would anyone, I ran across an unbelievable video that shows you how to title of the video. You can put several bullet points from the video if you want to, or you can just use the title. And you can say, if you like the video, just drop me a line. If you like the video, just drop me a note, right? And the people who identify with that and want that, now remember, you got to get a video with a lot of views on your topic. Post that on your Facebook, post it over on Twitter, post it on Pinterest, post it wherever you can post it. Right? If you got a page, post it there. If you got a group, post it there. People will respond, and then you're going to give them the link to the video. Now, obviously, you're not going to make money doing it this way. What this does, though, is shows you the power of the 2-step. Now, the way you take that and actually make money with it is you create what's called an email capture page, which asks for their email address. They enter their email address, and then you send them to the video, right? Normally you put the video on the thank you page. So that way you collect emails, and then you just follow up with emails for affiliate offers of your own products, and boom, all of a sudden you're making money. Those are the 3 steps to apply the 2-step and actually make money with it. Now, there's a million and one nuances of it. A lot of interesting, fascinating things about it. Those are what I'm going to be discussing tonight at resellertoolkit.com/secret door, DOOR. That is resellertoolkit.com/secret door. So I originally started with the amazing formula, and that went crazy. And my whole business built up based on this idea of selling inexpensive front-end products promoted via affiliates. And then I had my Cash Like Clockwork course and some other things on the back end, and I would sell them new products as I came out with them. This worked gangbusters. And then later I started studying a guy named TJ Rohleder and sold $100 million of business opportunities. And he had these nuances about how to do the 2-step marketing that were even beyond what I had thought of, right? And in the early days, I'd studied a guy named Jeff Paul, and he would run these little classified ads and everything. And I had done that back on AOL, but see, I wasn't good enough to know how to make money. But I would run a free classified ad. It would offer a free report, and they would respond, and then you would send them back a little email with the free report and the offer for whatever you were selling. The problem was my copy just wasn't good enough, and so I really didn't sell, and I really didn't know how to put out a hook that would really hook people and bring them. And it's one of the things you got to learn is how to create a great hook. Then you got to learn, once they respond, how do you follow up? How do you sell them? What kind of emails do you send, and so forth, right? But what I've done on my Facebook is I've experimented a lot doing this, and it really works great, where I will put out a free report on a topic or free information. See, people love free reports on Facebook. They do love information. They're information gatherers. And so you hook the people that really have an interest in what you're selling, because then you can follow up multiple times with them. That's the whole idea. And I found that this just works great. I will often have 100 people request 50 or 100 request whatever it is for free if it's juicy enough, and I make sales from it, right? Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can do this. But now what the type of sell, I like to sell what are called 40, I call them $47 spitters. And I have a product on that. It uh it's above the beginner. It's like, how do you create a $47 beginner's just starting out? How do I sell something for 5 or 10 bucks? So it's like intermediate. How it's resellertoolkit.com/47 spitters. It's how do you create a $47 product, which is the next step after you learn to create and sell a little cheap $5 or $10 product, $7 product. The next step is to learn how to create, package, sell, and deliver a $47 product. There's really not any trainings out there on it that show a tested, proven method. I've done it many times, right? So that's why I created the product. But in any event, this works. Just using social media, putting your free offer out there, getting people to respond, and then following up. It works. But there's a million and one ways to do it wrong, and like one or two ways, a few ways to do it right. There's a lot of nuances. So that's why I'm doing this tonight. You can test it yourself, though. Do what I said. Go over to YouTube, find a super hot video with a ton of views with a great drop dead hook and title. Offer it tell people about the video free on your Facebook when they drop you a note. And then what I do is I just reply in comments and drop them the link. They can also just PM you, right? And I found that it works gangbusters. It lets you test out the idea and prove to yourself that it works. You can also put it out there on Twitter. You can put it on Pinterest, Facebook page, Facebook group, whatever it is. So TikTok, whatever social media you got. Instagram works fantastic. So I just want to remind you of a couple things. So if you want my fastest way, I've only got 11. I'm only selling 11 copies. I'm putting this back in the vault. I haven't sold it for a long time. I'm locking it back up in the vault after 11 more copies are sold. You can get it at resellertoolkit.com/013-fastest-new. And then if you want to be on the try before you buy event tonight, it is free. Like I said, FREE. You just go to resellertoolkit.com/secret door. And let me get this up here. It's how to two-step your way to more leads, more sales, more profits, faster, easier, and simpler without increasing cost. A clear, easy to follow method and plan. Even works for beginners on a shoestring budget. If you don't love it, you don't pay me a dime. I don't know how I can make anything more fair than that. You're going to get value out of it. It's going to be a great event. I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm looking forward to having you there. It's free. It's free. You do not owe me a dime unless you love it. It's a delayed billing, and you can cancel at the end of the event. I'll tell you how to cancel if you do not want to be billed for it, right? No hard feelings. So that's how you do it. That's what's going on here. And so to wrap it up today, the beauty of two-step marketing is people raise their hands. Yes, I'm a prospect. Yes, I'm interested in this. Yes, I'm possibly a buyer. Please sell me. Now you can follow up with them multiple times and do what they just requested, which is sell them. The reverse side of selling, the flip side of that coin, is just making them an offer that's irresistible, and they decide to give you money in exchange for your offer. It's a very simple transaction. Very, very simple thing. You're going to love two-step marketing when you start doing it. The main things are you have to have a hook that really, really freaking grabs people, or nobody will request your freebie. Nobody will request it, right? Now, I've done several live streams about hooks. I did a big, long rant yesterday about it. Anyway, listen, y'all have a great day, and appreciate you being on, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll